guys, hopefully you can see me. So welcome to another video. Today I'm going to kind of break down the mystery tackle box and show you kind of how to fish the lures that are in it. Not sponsored by them. This is not necessarily for mystery tackle box or anything. It's just so that way you guys kind of know how to fish these baits or baits similar. If you don't have mystery tackle box, then you know these baits are pretty common baits that you probably have. So then I'll kind of show you how to fish them. So we're going to start off with the square bill that was in there. A square bill is an awesome bait, especially in the springtime, when you're looking for bass that are moving up shallow, the pre-spawn. You can cover a lot of water with them and get a lot of bites with them. So that color that they gave us there, that red color, that's a really nice color. Translucent, it's got that red flash in it. That's a really cool color. The gear that I'm going to fish the square bill on is going to be some kind of crankbait rod usually, or just like a medium, like around 7 foot medium moderate action rod, or medium heavy moderate action, something like that. This rod is not a crankbait rod, so I'm not going to really talk about this rod, but something like that, some kind of crankbait rod in the 7 foot to maybe 7.3, maybe a 7.6, but I probably wouldn't go that high. And then for the line, I'd throw 15-pound fluorocarbon. With square bills, I'm generally going to be fishing them around up shallow, around cover. I'm going to be looking for any type of cover that the fish are going to be moving, because they're going to be moving up from their wintering holes. They're going to start moving shallow, and they're going to use cover as they move shallow. They're going to follow the bank and follow the cover. So they're going to follow brush piles, branches that have fallen in the water, grass, things like that. They're going to use that, sorry for the sirens, they're going to use that to follow, they're going to kind of follow it up shallow and then closer to the spots where they're going to spawn. And so this is a great way to go and bang it around on those branches and those trees that those fish are relating to. Like I said, I throw 15-pound fluorocarbon. I like a faster gear ratio reel with square bills, just because they're not diving that deep anyway, so you don't need to really, get them to dive deep, slow them down. But you can kind of, get a reaction strike. You can work this reel different ways and kind of get that bait to dance around. This bait actually has a really wide wobble to it, and so I can really, use my rod and my reel and just kind of work that bait and get it to really dance around out there and cause a reaction strike. And what a reaction strike is basically to us it would be if I were to take a football and throw it at you. Your reaction is either going to be to move out of the way or catch it. For instance, like if my brother came up to me and threw a football, right, I wouldn't let it hit me in the face, I'd catch it. And so that's kind of what it is to them. When you bring it by them and you snap it right in front of them, their instinct is just to grab it, and just to get it away from them. And so that's a little square bill. So the next bait is going to be, so the next bait's going to be that little Senko type worm. And this worm actually has a little bit different design to it. It actually kind of narrows down. It's a pretty cool worm. But basically it's like a Senko. I mean, it's just that stick style bait, like a stick bait. What I did here is I put the peg that they came with. Get it close. I put that peg that came in a mystery tackle box on it. Then I put a 3/4 ounce weight. With a Texas rig, you can really do anything. You can really put any weight that you want. You could put, little teeny, like 1/16, 1/8 ounce weight to just barely give it a little bit of weight, or you can do what I'm doing, a 3/4 ounce weight, and actually flipping it around cover. Again, those bass, when they're moving up shallow, they're going to relate to that cover. And so I like to use a heavier rod. That's also the hook I forgot to mention for mystery tackle box, but I like to use a heavier rod. It's a 7'6" flipping stick, a 3/4 ounce weight, and this is actually 65-pound braid line, because as you can see, if you can see the water, it's pretty chocolate milk, so fish aren't really going to care. But I'm going to be pitching this around cover, flipping it up into the toolies and different things, spin you around. If you can see along that bank over there, there's a lot of those, I have no clue what they're called. I have no clue what those things are called, but there's a lot of them up and down the bank. They grow up out of the water and in these little clumps, and go down with, I like the heavier weight because I can go and flip them in there and shake this little worm. And it's awesome because the water is still cold, so you don't necessarily want a bait that has a ton of action. So these little Senkos is just kind of, you know, a do nothing bait. It just has that kind of shimmy. It just kind of hops along, just kind of hop it along the bottom, flip it in there and hop it. It's really gonna it's a really good bait for doing that. Now, like I said, you could put any type of weight on this, and the line as well. If you have clear water, you got clear water, or you don't necessarily need heavy braid, you know, you can go down to like 15-pound fluorocarbon with like a little 1/4 ounce, 1/8 ounce weight, and do that as well. So that's it for this little worm. Alright, so next bait is this little Biospawn worm, and it's basically just a straight tail worm. You can buy really pretty much every brand out there makes a straight tail worm, and for this demonstration here, I decided to put it on a shaky head. That's actually another shaky head we got in a different mystery tackle box, but little shaky head. I think it's a 3/8 ounce, maybe a 1/4 ounce shaky head. And this bait would also be a really good bait to drop shot fish, but I just decided to put it on a shaky head, just easy to rig up. So this is paired up on 15-pound fluorocarbon. Got 15-pound fluorocarbon on here. A medium heavy rod, 7 foot, 7.3 medium heavy rod. It's gonna be an ideal choice. Probably prefer something around 7 foot. And I'm just gonna pitch this out. You can pitch this into cover too. A lot of people, like I did with that worm, going along and pitching up against those that grass and stuff. A lot of people don't do that with a shaky head. They think shaky head's like a deep water bait, or you know, more like sparser cover. But I actually use a shaky head, especially a heavier one, a 1/4 ounce, 3/8 ounce one. You could probably get heavier, but I will take them and I'll actually pitch them around cover, because they still give you that great stand-up action. Got some grass. This isn't the best place to work a bottom bait, pick up a lot of grass and stuff, but they give you that stand-up action to where they're gonna stand up on the bottom, and so it's a different look than that Texas rig. The Texas rig is just kind of lay on the bottom. A shaky head will actually stand that worm up, especially if you have a more buoyant worm. So it just looks a little different. It's more that vertical presentation, standing up off the bottom. It's just different than a Texas rig. So I'll flip it around cover as well, and I'll just kind of drag them, and I'll throw it out there. These shaky heads, let it hit the bottom, and I'm just gonna kind of lift it, just drag it, and then reel it down to it. Let it sit, especially in this colder water. Make sure you let it sit. And what happens is when you drag it, it lays down like that Texas rig, but then when you stop, it stands up. The head stands up. So you kind of just drag it, give a little pop, and it kind of just, and when you stop it, it stands up. So it's a really cool bait, really cool finesse bait. A lot of people like to use shaky head. But you can do this with pretty much any little straight tail worm. You can use, this is a pretty small one. You can move up to like a 6. You could go to more like a 6-inch worm. This is a 4-inch. But anyway, that's kind of it for this video. I'm just gonna kind of show you how to fish those types of lures that came in the mystery tackle box. If you like this video, please comment down below and let me know. Hopefully I'm not cut off, you guys can see me. But comment down below if you like this video. And tell me if you want to see more of these. I can do this with every month's box. I can do this with different lures if you want to see different odd types of different lures fished like this, and do a quick video of how to fish them. So comment down below. Please hit the like. Please make sure to like the video. And if you like my channel, you like these videos, be sure to subscribe as well. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.